Hello, everyone. It's Chili here. I've been getting some questions about 4.4 and the reinstall process. And while you can use the typical methods involving just uninstalling the 4.3 client and installing the 4.4 client, I chose to go ahead and do a full reinstall for 4.4 just to make sure that everything was squared away because it can reduce the chance of running into issues later. So I wanted to do a quick little run through of what I did and what I think you should do along with that. So the first thing that you would do is you'd go into your apps and features here and you scroll down until you see prepared. Whatever license type you have, it doesn't matter. When you run the uninstaller for this, it will uninstall all these at the same time. I do recommend that you back up your configs, which you can find your P3D CFG in the app data folder that you see here. The only difference would be your whatever your Windows username is. The other thing you might want to back up is if you go to the program data folder, keep in mind you have to have hidden files enabled to show this. You'll want to go to pretty much the same path. And then maybe you might want to back up your scenery and terrain CFGs, or you can just back the folders up and then you'll go ahead and uninstall this. Once you've done that, you can go into your extracted full download for 4.4 and you can run the setup P3D. Make sure you run as administrator. It's very important. The install might fail or files might not get put in the places they need to get put into if you don't do that. So you should make sure that you run as admin. And then you'll want to reboot after completing that. If you're an active Sky user, the next little tidbit applies to you. If not, you can ignore it. You'll want to go to Hi-Fi's website and you'll want to get the open beta update. It's on the front page. You just click the download now and you'll see this version open beta ASP4 open beta update 6906. You'll download it. I'm not going to download it again. It's just ASP3D update, what have you, whatever. So you can just run that. And then it'll update Active Sky to the open beta version that works with 4.4. And then you're good on that. If you're in the boat that's following the full reinstall here, you're probably going to want to listen to this part. Basically, what happens when you reinstall P3D, typically your scenery and other configs stay intact, but what happens is like some of the components of Orbex, mainly the regions and the land class and global and stuff like that, they don't really stay there. Like the right term is ambiguous, but basically you're going to want to run verify files on all of them, and it'll basically re-download all of them. So just keep that in mind. If you have like data cap or something, but you're gonna want to run verify files. I was going on to a couple streams and people were saying that they had broken um, tiles and like autogen and land class and stuff like that after they install 4.4, and it's because it didn't really go back in correctly. So it'll reinstall it when you run verify files. You should do that on any base, like anything like global products or North America regions. You'll want to do it for all of these that you run. The other thing that you want to do, so after that, what's going to happen is you're going to run into a problem potentially where the region BGLs, as in like the airport scenery files, they will install along with like any payware scenery that you had there. So for example, like if I have, Orbex San Diego here, right? It's going to have a file for the SoCal region BGLs and a file for the um a file for this, right? So both of them. You're going to want to go to the paths for all of these airports in here. And how you do that, you get this little thing called Simple Airport Scanner. Um, you should just be able to Google it. I'll leave a link in the description of the video so you can just take a look at that. But yeah, you'll want to run that, and it will let you find all of your duplicate BGLs for all the airports you have duplicate BGLs for after you reinstall 4.4 and you do the previous step, which is where you run all of the verify files on all of the regions and such. You want to get rid of all these duplicates because otherwise you'll get duplicate taxi signs and weird things going on. And as you can see, I need to do it myself, but I kept it there as an example. The next thing after that you want to do is you want to run prepared. So just open prepared, um, and you'll close it. Okay. So just run prepared, and you'll see the generate scenery thing like you normally do. And then just wait for it to get to the scenario screen. Okay, it'll build the database. And then wait for it to get to the scenario screen. And then once you get to the scenario screen, you're going to want to, oh man, my AV is going crazy. But you're going to want to back out of the sim. And then you're going to so this next step depends on whether you use black marble or not. I use black marble. Um if you use black marble, then this is what you would do. You want to open your base configurator, your base prepared, your NGC panel. I have to wait for P3D to close. It won't let you open it without P3D being closed. Okay, so open the C panel here, and you're going to, you want to check this rebuild index. What this does is this rebuild index, it's the scenery index. Essentially, you can kind of think of it like the database of all of the files for scenery. And what happens is over time, this gets bogged down. This was the cause of an issue I had in 4.3 where you would just have the loading auto-generated scenery section of the scenario loading take like 15 minutes for no reason, and there'd be no disk activity. So that fixes that, but it's also important that you do it after a reinstall. Otherwise, it's probably going to be bogged down because it was for me. Doesn't matter what drive you have, it happens anyways. The other thing is you want to check the refresh black marble NG settings. Keep in mind, you pretty much only do that once. Like every time that you reinstall prepared fully, you'll want to do this. Obviously, I'm not going to do it, but there you go. There's a similar equivalent step I'm going to show you if you're not a Black Marble user. You're going to want to refresh your scenery index anyway. You can do it without having Black Marble. You're going to use the Lorbeez add-on organizer, and you can find it on the Lorbe SI site. So you get that, and take a look, and you're going to open this, and you're going to see this list of everything, and you're like, well, where do I go? Okay, this is your scenery library. Where you're going to want to go, okay, is you want to going to arrow over here to the tools. You're going to see all these options. Now you're going to see this option. It says clearing the scenery index. Okay. So I have it on ask when saving. All you do is click save, and then it will say, do you want to clear the scenery index? You'll click yes. And then it will, then what happens is it clears the scenery index like black marble in the same way. That's why you can use either way. And then you'll open P3D and you'll get that pop-up again for the scenery. That's just because the scenery index was cleared. But like I said, clearing the scenery index seems to be a performance boost. So yeah, there's that. Skyforce 3D, a little tidbit, doesn't seem to need to be reinstalled anymore, like fully in the same way. Um, Keep in mind that PTA doesn't have an update at the time of the upload of this video, so that might not work for you. Your shaders, Tomato Shade's pretty much in the same state. If you wish to keep up with the state of what's going on with 4.4 add-ons and updates, you should take a look and check back with the FS Elite add-on compatibility list. It is being updated all the time, so you can look and see what products are working, what products are having updates being worked on, and things of the like. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you find this video helpful, you can like, you can subscribe. Also, join us on our streams. I stream very often, and you can ask questions there as well. Feel free to leave a comment. I will get back to you on that. Try to help you if I as I can if you have issues or if you have any questions. But yeah, guys, enjoy and thanks. We'll see you later.